Blazblue Entropy Effect X channels high-speed anime combat into a focused roguelite gauntlet. Familiar fighters step into a digital simulation, each defined by distinct tempo and reach. Runs flow through brisk arenas where aerial strings, sharp cancels, and precise dodges shape momentum. Upgrades alter move properties and synergies, encouraging tailored builds and measured risk. Boss fights demand pattern study and composure. Stylized visuals and driving audio sharpen impact, forming a cohesive action title built for repeat mastery and refined control. Fast fusion accelerates futuristic racing into a sleek test of focus and reflex. Pilots command anti-gravity machines built for velocity, threading through elevated tracks suspended above water and steel. Races feel smooth and exact, rewarding clean lines, well-timed boosts, and confident cornering rather than reckless speed. Gradual vehicle upgrades and track mastery refine performance across championships. Polished visuals and energetic electronic audio heighten intensity, shaping a refined racer that values precision and disciplined momentum over spectacle alone. Snow drifts across Moomin Valley, drawing Moomintroll into a winter shaped by care, curiosity, and gentle wonder. As familiar hills fall quiet, he checks on neighbors, follows unusual traces beneath the frost, and restores comfort to places touched by the cold. The pace stays calm, turning foraging, crafting, and light puzzle solving into a soothing rhythm. Hidden stories, small discoveries, and cozy personalization reward patience, while hand-painted visuals and soft music create a graceful adventure that remains warm and inviting throughout, well beyond the closing scene. A fractured city trembles under unseen forces in Possessors, a taut action platformer with psychological edge. A reluctant host shares a body with a volatile entity, forcing uneasy cooperation against distorted threats. Combat feels weighty and precise, balancing swift strikes with careful positioning across vertical spaces. Gradual ability shifts and branching paths invite experimentation and repeat clears. Stark art direction and restrained audio intensify the mood, shaping a focused, confident adventure with striking boss encounters and lasting impact.
Ready your holy arsenal.
Warhammer 40,000 Boltgun is a retro-inspired shooter that channels the raw energy of classic 90-second games while layering it with the rich lore of the Warhammer universe. The chunky pixelated visuals feel perfectly in tune with the intense, heavy weaponry and relentless enemies. Every stage carries an addictive rhythm of action, exploration, and pure chaos that keeps momentum high. The soundtrack fuels the carnage with an aggressive tone, and the arsenal feels satisfyingly powerful. It's a game that rewards non-stop action with unrelenting fun. Skul the Hero Slayer is a fast-paced action roguelite that thrives on variety and momentum. With each skull granting new abilities, combat stays fresh and exciting across every run. The pixel art is vibrant, and the soundtrack drives the pace perfectly. Boss fights bring just the right level of challenge, pushing for quick thinking and adaptability. A great choice for those who enjoy dynamic combat and experimenting with unique character builds. The replay value stays strong with every attempt. Cosmic Star Heroine nails the retro sci-fi RPG feel with sharp pixel art, a cool synth soundtrack, and smart combat that rewards strategy. The cast is fun, the pacing moves fast, and the vibe hits that sweet spot between nostalgic and fresh. Combat feels quick yet thoughtful, and the tech-style abilities keep battles engaging. The futuristic setting, paired with snappy writing, gives every moment purpose. A solid pick for fans of 16-bit classics with a modern kick. Central Fiction arrives with a sharp, high-energy tone that blends anime drama with tournament intensity. The story centers on Ragna, a driven fighter caught in a shifting conflict of power and identity. Matches feel fast, yet deliberate, rewarding timing, spacing, and steady learning over raw speed. Each mode supports long-term mastery through character growth, alternate routes, and meaningful practice loops. Bold visuals and a kinetic soundtrack reinforce momentum without noise. It stands as a confident fighter built for sustained improvement and lasting appeal.
Until we inevitably return to the water.
The Falconeer Warrior Edition is a beautiful aerial combat experience that feels expansive and deep. Soaring over an oceanic globe on the back of a mighty warbird is fascinating, with smooth flight mechanics and intense dogfights. The game's distinct graphic design, changing weather, and evocative soundtrack make it a genuinely atmospheric trip. RPG features offer depth, allowing you to enhance your bird and battle several groups. While the fighting might be challenging at times, mastering it is extremely rewarding, a must-play for fans of aerial action and detailed world-building.
The ocean, our stage, its waves set in motion.
Flint, an enthusiastic man, is working hard to keep his grandmother's park in good condition and provide a pleasant camping experience for visitors. He intends to fulfill their aspirations by building their preferred campsites, attracting unusual characters and resulting in intriguing chats and adventurous expeditions. Haven Park provides a peaceful haven where campers may relax, enjoy the scenery, and leave their imprint. Key elements include a peaceful tour of a tiny, beautiful open environment, various missions, and new skills to offer delight to campers.
It's up to Princess Arzette to defeat him.
Arzette, the Jewel of Faramore, brings a colorful world to life with expressive animation, catchy voice acting, and a fun combat system. The retro-inspired visuals pair well with a lighthearted tone that keeps the pace lively. Combat and exploration are simple yet satisfying, supported by a quirky cast and humorous dialogue. The soundtrack adds a nostalgic layer that complements the visual style. A great pick for those who enjoy action-adventure games with personality and a distinctly retro flair.
My goods will improve your fortunes. So long.
Super UFO Fighter is an amazing cosmic game in which Shiforians, or UFO pilots, participate in spectacular one-on-one battles for ultimate dominion. Players must learn stage goods and use their swoop beam to reach the target before their opponent. The game has a number of modes and settings for online play, such as training mode for discovering new UFOs and collection mode for tracking your progress as a Shiforian. You may play solo or with others online, or share a Joy-Con for local multiplayer. River City Girls Zero throws it back with retro vibes, pixel art, and old-school combat that hits hard. The story is packed with attitude, giving Misako and Kyoko a fun origin tale full of style and fists. The classic beat-em-up mechanics are simple but satisfying, with catchy music and manga-style cutscenes adding flavor. For fans of the genre, there's something nostalgic and fresh all at once. It's a wild ride through 90s arcade action, full of energy and character.
Its final host with a Yamato.
Soul CRESTA is a bold return to the golden age of arcade shooters, backed by crisp visuals and a dramatic soundtrack that keeps energy levels high. The dock-undock mechanic adds real depth, encouraging strategy rather than just reflexes. Stage design feels deliberate, with enemies and bullet patterns pushing skill and timing. Each boss encounter feels earned, not cheap. For those craving classic arcade action with a fresh twist, this one is hard to ignore. There's clear passion behind every pixel and explosion, and it shows.
Vertical display mode. Challenge yourself and earn a multitude of...
NeverAwake is a one-of-a-kind twin-stick shooter game with a protagonist named Rem who battles a variety of foes such as vegetables, dogs, and school buddies. The game has more than 80 levels, multiple bosses, and a replayable gameplay system. Players can utilize a variety of weapons and accessories to defeat the creatures in their nightmares. The game's finale is determined by the player's devotion, with several options available. NeverAwake is appropriate for both beginners and professionals, with a fascinating plot and many endings. Meg's Monster is a short but powerful journey through a strange world where a tough monster must protect a fragile human child. The combat is simple yet meaningful, with emotional weight tied to every encounter. Its pixel art and music create a strong sense of mood, while the story leans into emotional depth without dragging. Few games balance action and emotion like this one. It's easy to get drawn in by the writing and warm humor. For those seeking something thoughtful and different, this game is an unexpected treasure worth the time. Vengeful Guardian Moonrider nails the retro vibe with sharp pixel art, satisfying combat, and a killer soundtrack that keeps the pace intense. Every stage feels thoughtfully crafted, packed with action and responsive controls that reward precision. The cyber ninja aesthetic hits hard, echoing classic 16-bit hits without feeling stale. Boss battles push reflexes just right, and power-up customization adds fun variety. It's a side-scrolling throwback done with care, perfect for fans of fast-paced arcade-style action. Ash of Gods: The Way pulls players into a tactical card-based world with layered strategy and a striking art style. The choices carry real weight, and each encounter demands careful thought. The narrative is gripping, supported by expressive hand-drawn visuals and a unique combat system that rewards planning. From its moody soundtrack to its challenging battles, the game keeps tension high without feeling unfair. A thoughtful, rewarding journey for fans of tactical fantasy storytelling. Long Gone Days is an engaging tactical RPG with a strong narrative that keeps players invested. Its turn-based combat is thoughtful and requires strategy, while the story explores complex themes with depth and care. The characters feel real, their struggles relatable, and the choices made have meaningful consequences. The soundtrack complements the mood perfectly, enhancing immersion without overwhelming it. Fans of story-driven gameplay with meaningful decision-making will find this title both rewarding and memorable. Astral Flux casts a distant, fractured future shaped by fading constellations. A solitary courier moves through unstable sectors, restoring balance with precise control of volatile energy. Encounters move with measured tempo, asking for calm timing and deliberate positioning rather than frantic motion. Each clash builds rhythm, then demands sharper decisions as patterns shift and pressure rises. Progression unfolds through branching upgrades, hidden routes, and flexible loadouts that encourage experimentation.
Time to go.
Astral Ascent is a 2D platformer roguelike game set in a modern fantasy world. To escape the garden, an astral prison guarded by 12 merciless zodiacs, players must pick one of 4 heroes, each with their own set of abilities. Each character has distinct attacks, skills, and battle styles, and their backstories are revealed as the game progresses. Each run increases replayability by revealing the character's motivations and hidden secrets. The game also has a 2-player local co-op option for collaborative adventures.
Personal!
A calm darkness settles over a city where hidden rivalries shape every fight. The story follows disciplined warriors drawn into a secret conflict, defined more by resolve than spectacle. Battles feel sharp and measured, flowing through smart spacing, timing, and steady pressure. Beneath the surface, deep training options, character variety, and evolving matchups reward dedication and replay. Clean anime-styled visuals and a restrained soundtrack strengthen the atmosphere with care now. It stands as a refined, complete fighter built for lasting mastery. Madness creeps through every corridor in this relentless retro shooter sequel. Forgive Me Father 2 casts players as a determined priest confronting horrors inspired by cosmic pulp fiction. Gunplay moves at a brisk yet controlled tempo, rewarding sharp reflexes and careful positioning over reckless charge. Enemy patterns escalate steadily, demanding adaptation as new threats appear. Skill upgrades and branching enhancements allow varied builds across playthroughs. Bold comic book visuals and driving music heighten intensity. A focused action title with lasting momentum. Chaos Child is a captivating visual novel that expertly combines psychological horror, mystery, and science fiction components. The plot is completely immersive, following a group of students investigating strange killings in Shibuya. With several branching pathways and the innovative delusion trigger system, decisions seem significant, resulting in startling twists and emotional moments. The imagery is gorgeous, the soundtrack adds tension, and the text keeps you interested till the conclusion. If you appreciate thought-provoking stories with dark themes and suspense, this is an extraordinary experience you should not pass up. Anonymous Code builds a fascinating sci-fi narrative that keeps curiosity high with clever twists and engaging dialogue. The hacking mechanics feel inventive, and the branching paths encourage digging deeper. Characters have genuine personality, and the art style gives each scene a striking sense of identity. Music enhances key moments with right dramatic punch. The pacing stays snappy, making long sessions fly by without noticing. A smart, memorable visual novel that rewards attention and leaves a strong impression long after stepping away. Omega Labyrinth is a new roguelike RPG in which players may upgrade their bust with each beaten monster. Players may explore dungeons with various chambers and objects, upgrade their equipment, and utilize their skills to battle enemies. Players may also enjoy the finer things of life, including tending to flowers and renovating the academy. Players can adjust the academy's atmosphere in a relaxed manner by planting seeds in the garden, cultivating flowers, or changing the decor. Ninja Kamui Shinobi Origins is a fast-paced thrill ride that nails the feeling of being a deadly, agile ninja. The combat is fluid and stylish, with slick combos and stealth kills that feel incredibly satisfying. Visually, it's bold and atmospheric, with a dark cyber ninja aesthetic that stands out. The story pulls you in with a mix of mystery and revenge, keeping the momentum strong throughout. It's easy to pick up, but mastering the mechanics is where the real fun begins. A must-play for action fans. Promise Mascot Agency runs with a quirky concept and turns it into something refreshingly memorable. The game thrives on its vibrant art direction and a consistently witty tone, keeping each moment light yet engaging. Characters are colorful, both in design and personality, and the management mechanics stay fun without becoming overwhelming. Its pacing feels just right, letting humor and heart carry the journey forward. A heartfelt title that knows exactly what it wants to be and sticks the landing with confidence.
Under attack! Need...
Battlesuit Aces evokes a stylish sci-fi tone where tactical thinking rules every encounter. Set amid rival factions, the story casts a determined pilot as a rising strategist, relying on wit more than raw force. Card-driven battles move with steady cadence, pushing smart sequencing, adaptation, and patience under pressure. Progression unfolds through deck growth, suit tweaks, and optional challenges that reward experimentation and return visits. Bold art and crisp music reinforce clarity during tense turns. It stands as a complete, rewarding journey built on choice.
Glad to be joining a team of this caliber.
Savage terrain and relentless creatures define this intense run and gun set on an untamed alien world. A lone soldier crashes onto a hostile planet teeming with prehistoric beasts and deadly flora. The action surges hard and fast, pushing quick reflexes and constant movement through each volatile stage. Weapon upgrades and branching routes tucked within each level add compelling reason to return. Bold, vivid pixel art brings the alien wilderness to life with remarkable detail. A compact, ferocious rampage that commands attention from the very first step. A gentle magic pulses through the twisting streets of WiZmans World Re, where a clever apprentice navigates challenges with careful thought and nimble timing. Each encounter flows naturally, blending strategy and reflex in a satisfying rhythm. Optional trials, hidden paths, and progression systems reveal layers of depth for curious players. Subtle visual details and a calming soundtrack enhance immersion, making exploration rewarding. Every moment feels purposeful, crafting a journey that is both engaging and fully realized. Danmaku Unlimited 3 is an exhilarating bullet hell shooter packed with dazzling visual flair and thrilling aerial combat. Enemy patterns are intense yet readable, keeping each encounter skill-based rather than overwhelming. The soundtrack pumps adrenaline with high-energy synths that sync perfectly with the on-screen chaos. Upgrading weapons feels satisfying, and chasing high scores becomes an addictive pursuit. This game nails that hypnotic arcade rush, making each session difficult to walk away from once things heat up.